How are y'all today? How are y'all today? I hope everybody's good. How are y'all? Can y'all hear me? I can't hear you. Let's see. I'm waiting for it to tell me I can hear you. Why can't I hear nobody? Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes.
me, sister? You can hear me. Okay, cool.
You hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Hey, Ladina. That's
Oh.
my best friend right there from forever. She might not be.
Hi.
Hi, girl. I know you like, what is you sending me and why?
I'm here. You know, I'm always
Okay,
going
you
to
here. This
support.
is Sister Shonda. We're having a conversation today based on this energy that we need to be in as women. So we are gathering the sisters that we know are on a journey of not only healing but of elevation.
Mm-hmm.
We feel we have to assist each other because some of us know more than others. Some of us might be new to it, but we have to bring this energy together because it's not only for us, it's for our children and our children's children. And the women are being called right now. So it's kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a choice.
Yes, exactly. Hold
You want to
on.
go into it a little more, Sister Shonda, as we're on, because we are live right now. So we are live.
Girl, I was sitting up here seeing if I
Did it cut her off? Okay, she'll probably come right back. But that's what we're here for today, bestie. So that we can bring some energy, some positive energy in our lives and for our babies. So
Definitely
I'm so
needed.
glad you took the time to come and listen. If you have time to stick around.
Oh, of course. I'm driving, but so if it cuts me off a little bit, I'll be popping back in.
Okay,
Gonna
cool.
get a smoothie this morning. So,
Good. Look at you. All right.
okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, you got it. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry about that. Yes, so I'm excited because what we want to do is basically every state in America. Um, I have a comprehensive list, but it's not of every state. So I'm gonna assume every state has them because I have like 40 of them right now, has mounds. And the mounds were built by our ancestors, by the indigenous people of America. And they're deeper than the purpose that history will tell us they're for. They're not just because our ancestors didn't have nothing better to do than to build mounds. They're not just for burial. They align with the solstices, the equinoxes, with certain astronomy and astrological alignments, and they do this intentionally because there's encoded memory and there's power there, there's energy there, and all these mounds connect. I haven't verified this, but I feel so strongly about it. I'll say it. They all connect by ley lines, parallels is what geographically they would be called. And so the hypothesis is, the theory is, the power is, if sisters were to find the mounds in their own states and we all synchronize and come up with days and synchronize our with the colors, the planets, the ritualistic things that we do as far as chants, and each sister go to the mound in their own state, like, but across the country, we'll do this on the same day. Like, let's just say the culmination of this should be like around July 4th. July 4th is a powerful, energetic day. They don't accidentally choose that day. You know, they sign the documents actually on in Gemini.
Mhm.
But that's Cancer. So July the 4th falls in Cancer. So we need to capitalize on these things. So let's just say if July the 4th was a projection, even though we want to start it before then, all the sisters go to the mounds in their state on that day, synchronized in color, synchronized in spirit, thought, deed, action, connect with the elements, and we sit there and in our own native tongue, whatever that be, call out to Allah, call out to the elements, call out to the energy that the four corners of the earth. call whatever you want to call them, the four directions, the four gates. Call on the power of these things. All of us have an element that we are strong in, even if you're not spiritual, even if you're not aware of it. All of us have this. And so, in theory, once we do this, it's going to shake this whole entire planet because what we have here in America is much different than anything else on this planet. You know, they can try to just group us in with whatever type of melanated culture of people that you want to, and that's fine. But the planet follows the culture of the indigenous people in America, the entire planet. So, and the planet follows the culture of the black woman here in America. So we are the powerhouse on this planet. No matter how anybody else want to think about it, the culture, the nature of this entire planet moves according to how we move here. And so if we take that energy and place it spiritually, stand in our spiritual truth, stand in the power of Allah, stand in your own spiritual gifts, I believe we can energetically raise the vibration of this planet while crumbling everything else that comes against us, aka America and every powerhouse that's behind it of every race, because it's not about, this is bigger than racism. This is about power. It's about power. There's specific days we need to go out. Like for instance, I had mentioned to Sister Tay Saturday. We know that they are. We call them Satanists, but that's really a myth. I don't think that's true. To what they really are, but what they do is they call on the energy of Saturn. They use that energy, they capitalize off that energy. So we need to overthrow that energy by meeting on Saturdays at these mounds and completely lamenting in spirit and shaking it up. I don't know how else to say it than to say I have full faith that we can do this.
Yeah, we can. We can. And the earth, if we're paying attention, the earth is calling us. Like she's calling us back. Whether you feel like you want a garden, you feel like you want to plant a flower, like Mother Earth is calling her daughters back to say, hey, touch me, because we shift this thing. It's been patriarch for way too long, and that's been the issue. Everything's been under this patriarchal society, and that's not the order. That's not the original nature of things. Everything started from us.
And we have to interrupt the signal.
Yeah.
And like I have this note right here. That's why I said it's like while you're speaking, my eyes just shifted to a note. I have interrupter signal because that's what we're supposed to be doing. Like we have to interrupt the signals that are going out. Look at our babies, like they owe us something. And we're not asking for it no more. We demanding it. Like, but we're not demanding it from them. We don't go. I think one of the detriments to how we look at ourselves in society, just us as a people, is we are trying to take things back by force physically. When one of the reasons we are the gem of the planet is because we are spiritual people. So we got to take it back in spirit first, because what's bound up in spirit is going to be bound up on earth. As above, so below. And that goes for the mounds too. As above, we're walking above the earth, but as below, the mounds got tons of information and energy and data that we can channel. And who knows what will happen. But I do know this, there's evidence that when two or three gather, to quote the scriptures, that things change. Like they built these temples in certain places because of the energetic ley lines. And we are the antennas to this planet. Like we are the ones that can call down whatever our calls to be, whatever we want to be. We are the ones manifesting this world that they seemingly are maintaining. But like the second we realize that we are in control of this paradigm, it's over for them. And it's up to us, the women. We are the ones that bring from the darkness into the light. We bring from the womb what's unseen into what's seen. And these mounds are pregnancies, basically. So we going to help them give birth, because that's why the ancestors, the simplest way to put it, that's why they put them there. They put them there so we can go ahead and be the midwives, the doulas, and go ahead and help Big Mama give birth to this information.
Yep, that's where we definitely are. So it is very imperative that this becomes we need as much collective energy. I can't say all women because all women don't fall into the energy. So I would say the
Right.
collective minds that fall into this by doing this, by our feet even touching the ground, I'm telling you, shifts it. Because as you were saying, that Satanism is really riding off the energy of the Sabbath. They know how to mess with our minds because they took that away from, as you would say, the Hebrews and what you call today 7-day Adventists. They took that nature of who they were away. And so everything they had to start doing, they had to practice in secret. But that secret is no more. Mama's like, secret, my behind, forget that, F that, whatever. Because mama, when she speaks, everybody listens, whether it's your big mama, you the
Come on.
mama, you listen.
Yeah.
So mama is calling us. She's like, hey, I don't care. Y'all need to gather because they're gathering. Like today, I promise you, they're trying to do a ritual today.
Everything they do is a ritual. The days they hold court on is a ritual.
Yep, it's a ritual
Uh,
day.
the way that they approach us, even in a traffic stop, is a ritual. Like these people are ritualistic in everything that they do, and we just moving about, just doing anything. We got to get ritualistic on them. We have to get ceremonial on them. Every sister, even in your own house outside of the mounds, like we need to be waking up, praying, meditating, whatever word you comfortable with, like at a certain hour, like, and we, even if it can't be synchronized to the T, like we need an agreement in a sisterhood that we gonna start waking up Sunday through Saturday, and we ain't praying to no little demigods, no little white Jesus. We praying to the powers to fuel us with the authority and the power that we know we have in the earth so that we can restore the balance. Like nobody's praying for anything mystical. We're praying for practical, real things. Like, and I'm saying it is spiritual, but I'm saying it this way because you have to believe it. Like I'm holding I was telling this my little wine. This thing is powerful and can't nobody tell me it ain't. Like, don't play me because if I point this at you, right, and whatever I say behind that is going to come. Like, that's the type of confidence we have to have in this type of movement. So it ain't that we even praying for nothing spiritual. We praying for what's completely natural to us, and that is to be the matriarchs of this planet.
Facts. Welcome, Ish. There go my Aisha Ra. How you doing
Peace
today?
and love.
Peace and
Peace
divine
and
love,
love.
y'all. Peace, Islam,
Peace and
ladies. Peace and
love.
divine love,
Peace and
goddesses.
love.
Yes. Peace.
Yes. And we
How you
calling on
doing?
this energy. I'm doing great. I'm doing good. A lot of amazing things,
Sure.
and I gotta say this right now before I continue. Because I seen Soleil yesterday and I said, I don't know what energy we in, but when she said I'm back, I said, hold up. She's back.
That's right.
All these sisters, it is just like the energy that I'm just feeling and seeing. It just feels good,
Mhm.
y'all. I'm gonna tell you the truth. It feels good because I'm like,
It does.
all the sisters is what we hear.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know she just came back from India too. That was supposed to be my trip. So
I know.
it's all right. It's still coming. It's still in the
It's
making.
coming.
All of them.
Yeah.
Morocco, India, Belize.
All
We
of
there.
them. Yes. Yes.
Islam.
Mhm.
So would you guys like to share anything based on this? Like Aisha, you're very in tune with this energy that's going on right now. Um, and we are needing to gather around to these mounds, whether they're the mounds, the mountains, they'll have all kind of names for them. But we need to
Mhm.
start to gather in these places to channel the energy because they're definitely trying their best to disrupt us. But because we're aware and we're awakening so fast as these Asiatic women, they can't keep up. So we definitely have to keep the momentum and energy. So even by us speaking through these channels, it's a channeling and it's sending out vibrations that needs to be sent out because they play with us in our face. Now, okay, y'all play with us in our face. We ain't playing with y'all in y'all's face.
Mhm.
Okay. Since I just jumped on, look, I jumped on. I was like, yeah, Sister Winnie about the ritual,
Yes.
ritualizing things, synchronicity, and you saying gathering around mounds and water, nature. Period. We all need to still be into our agricultural field, be able to take care of ourselves and be sustainable. So gather around mounds, water, creating your own rain gardens, just being more efficient and sustainable right now is definitely key. We already know it's already been a water crisis for so long. Just actually making sure that we doing the right thing, stepping to the water, speaking to nature, preparing ourselves, keeping ourselves aware, preparing the next generation. You don't have to be too always the grown people, as they making their change, but just planting them seeds in the next generation, the younger ones. Even if you feel like they may have been distorted or tainted a little bit, just giving a word or a seed drop to them of love and life and peace, love, freedom and justice. Just dropping small seeds now, and teaching them how to become more sustainable, teaching them traditions of agriculture or giving someone seeds, learning about sun, water, how to really create your own ecosystem where you are, So
Yes.
that's
Yes.
just a little bit because I don't know really everything y'all was speaking about, but I love the fact that she was saying about getting on and creating that because it creates accountability as well, which we all need because we always doing into our own vices and moving. So
Mhm.
creating that because it creates your community where you are. So you're like heal yourself, heal your women. We
Mhm.
there,
Yes.
So I love that thought because it definitely keeps me accountable for everything that I have going on. So like you said, getting on it Sundays, getting up early, like a brief 15-minute, 30-minute, not even that,
Mhm.
breathing, stretching, loving on each other, affirmations, planting the seeds for today and for the rest of the cycle, and doing it again, making sure we keeping ourselves during the week. Hey, check in Wednesday, y'all, how y'all feeling? Midweek check in, we there, we feel this, so I love that aspect as well. But yeah, starting with ourselves, planting some seeds.
It's wow. So, Sister Isha, I'm gonna tell y'all, this is who helped me go through my healing. She's
Uh-oh.
not only a herbalist, but she's a pharmacist too. She's a farmer, but a pharmacist with farm in it.
Mhm.
Isha
Jesus.
is yeah, maybe like we say, the young and the old, but she's younger than me, but she's taught me so much about my femininity and falling into like because I've been a boy mom for so long, so I hold a lot, but she's one that has taught me a whole lot about not only gardening. This is why I started an apothecary because she ain't in Colorado. So I ain't got nobody come give me no tea when I'm not feeling good. Isha, if
Mhm.
I'm sick, she coming in there with tea. She's coming to be a sister of service. So she's the one that has inspired me to do everything I'm doing, y'all, from the garden because she got a farm and you gotta go outside. And when I tell you, because she ain't here, I'm like, now I see what she meant. Because you gotta get up every day and be like, let me go check. Let's go check. Oh, this is messed up. Oh, that. Like, she really helped me understand why it's so important. So that connection back to Mother Earth, she helped
Mhm.
me find that.
Okay. Mhm.
So she has workouts, y'all. We can always go on when she's doing like a stretch or a yoga. It may be a good day that we tap in with her on a
Oh,
live and just get into them. I think that's a great way because we should support each other in whatever we
definitely.
got going on. Just supporting. If it's just showing up, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Like she said, checking on you through the cycle. But definitely, I have to say that because she does hold a great space for women. She's just an amazing woman, an amazing mother and all of that. So
Mhm.
teaching the babies how to farm, teaching the babies about plant medicine, letting them create their own medicines. Like these are the things that we need for all of the children. So I always say not just our children, but our children's children and so forth. So the younger generation can always teach me something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so do you already go live doing yoga and such,
Isha,
Isha?
Isha
Sister
still there?
Isha?
I see her thing is
Yeah, it's still there. I don't know. It might be
okay.
some type of delay. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess we got to find some type of way to build the momentum, and definitely starting with us sharing our journeys about going, Sister Tay, going to our sacred spots that we choose and doing our rituals, because it's lifestyle, but we definitely need a dedicated space and purpose because our power is in unison. Our power is definitely in the women first uniting. And when I look at Gobekli, which is a territory that definitely me and Sister Tay was doing some research on that over the week. It's a territory that predates most of what they have taught to us as history. Um, it was sacred. They didn't emerge first and build housing and do a whole bunch of other things. They emerged first and built a sacred site. And the site is aligned with astrology, astronomy. Is aligned with different ley lines. It's aligned with the first community they built that was more about commerce and hunting and gathering. So what that tells me is that the earth has this information in it on how we collectively get back in tune with nature instead of it just being individual. Um, and again, the theory is that the Black woman is the one that can plug in and cipher that information and really have it expand across the planet in a way that, again, we cause this powerful change for our people. And in America, we got all this crazy energy going on in the world, but in America, and it's beautiful for those of us who are in the know because we know that strongholds are falling.
Exactly.
What else? Yokes of bondages are falling, but with that, a new establishment has to occur. So, with that, has to be an energetic shift and a claim spiritually to the power that we want to govern this new matriarch, because it's matriarchal. What is
Yeah.
being ushered back into the planet, and we are the matriarchs. All of us by our own bond. We are the matriarchs of this planet, so it's a reclamation of power and of the. I don't know if y'all are familiar or anybody that's listening familiar with the symbols. Like
Mhm.
we're bringing that energy back to the planet where wise women are beginning to nurture the communities and nurture the tribes and nurture the clans, and that starts with nurturing the family, but that also starts with that spiritual egg, the cosmic egg being honored again and being lifted up, because again we think everything is just, I like to call it super normal now versus supernatural, because like we have some spiritual powers that if we get to these mounds and start really plugging in, we gonna activate on a whole nother level that the little bit of evil that's about to be left on this planet after these shifts get finished taking place, they're gonna fear us again. And a righteous fear. You know, I don't want anybody to fear us like that,
Yeah.
but I want them to know that we ain't nothing to play with because we stand with the source of all, the creator. We stand with Allah. And through that comes the nature. Like we control our powers with nature. It's not really in these systems. Yes,
Right.
legal things we have to do, but we gotta bind it up in spirit first.
Yes.
So just basically looking to exhort other sisters to want to go to these mounds and hold these prayers, these incantations, these chants, and do what comes natural to you. Yeah, we do want to synchronize some things, but basically, if you get there, you want to sing a song, you feel like you could dance and call down rain, by all means, get to doing it.
That's
Like,
right.
so yeah, yes, yes, yes. But Mother, like Sister Tay said, Mother Earth, it ain't just even a thought that we just bringing forth. I've talked to a few sisters today, and Mother Earth is literally calling out to us in her own way. Like she wants her weather back, she wants her health
Yep.
back, she wants her balance back, she wants her people back. And her people returning means literally returning to the Mother Earth. Like we are the mothers, and we have to return to Mother Earth. We seen Avatar, like they weren't worshiping a tree, they were worshiping the source, but the source just manifests as Mother Earth, as the tree, and as us.
Yeah, because we are literally trees, y'all. Like we literally are. We're trees. We got branches. Our
Mm.
veins, the way our veins flow is the way these veins flow from these ley lines that connect us. So a lot of times, even if we're not in the same place, we're riding on the same energy. Like I was saying, that's why I mentioned Soleil. I'm like, dang, she said I'm back. I'm feeling, I'm like, hold up. Okay. Now I'm seeing all these sisters like it's moving in the same direction, so we don't have to be in the same place. This is how powerful we are. Like right
Mm.
now, only two of us is in the same place. Y'all,
Wow.
y'all, we're all on different, and we got four corners sitting here right now.
Wow.
That's
Excellent.
foundation. You know, four is that foundation, and it is the structure that is built on anything. So nothing is a coincidence or by chance. It is what it is. It's divine and it's divine timing. So it is important because our energies will connect us anyway. It's going to connect us anyway if we're riding on that same thing. If our spirits are in alignment with Allah, with the Most High, with God, Source, however you want to name it or coin it, if it's aligned, we're going to feel each other. That's why our cycles do what they do. We could be in the same house.
Fall now.
I'm having cramps. She having cramps. Her cycle started yesterday. Mine started 2 days. Like it's a, we are that. We don't even understand. That's how much in unison that we are with one another, regardless we're in the same place or not. That spirit is constantly moving within us.
Come on now. I need that clip right there. That's talking about 26 minutes. Because that was so dope. Like you said, when we're in proximity of each other, our bodies align, our hormonal sequence is deeper than just a menstrual cycle. That means the hormonal sequence in your body align with the sister you in proximity of. And like you said, the veins going out. Oh, that was a good analogy because that's how powerful we are. So if our bodies will do that, imagine if we do it in one mind, one spirit, one tongue, one voice, one energy, one purpose, like so it needs to be a synchronization. Like I said, we need to agree to be up at 6 a.m. to call out to our life for 5. It ain't gotta be a long day, church taught us that long drawn out stuff. The louder and longer you pray, the more God gonna bless you, I guess was the philosophy. But it could be simple just as long as the agreement is there and the energy is there and the intent is there. And then outside of your personal time to really put forth the effort to make a pilgrimage to the mounds because most of us used to go to church every Sunday or every Saturday or something. And we did it religiously.
Yes.
Um, we need to travel to the mounds because those are the real sacred sites, not these little buildings and these. Like if you look at a city zoomed out, it's a motherboard. It's the
Mm-hmm.
computer motherboard. And
Mm-hmm.
the creator gonna hear us from any space, true. But if we really want to plug in, we gotta get out of this Wi-Fi network of stuff and plug in to
Today.
the real source of all, which is the mother. Like who else know what else done went on here for all of eternity but Earth?
Mother Earth.
Like
That mother.
the mother, right, which is us. Like we have the Akashic records. We are the Akashic records. So that's all we plugging into with this. And so again, just trying to find sisters that want to agree. And it ain't gotta be 6. 6 was just a example, but whatever time. I've been getting up at 4:30 to say my little chant and prayers. And I don't put no time on it. One day it might be a hour because I'm feeling like that, and the next day it might be 30 seconds. Um, it's what I'm feeling that morning. And I don't think it's really been 30 seconds though, to be clear. But yeah.
Yes. Would you guys like to either Camelback off, say any, you got any comments that you would like to bring forth? Because this is a collective thing and we do want everyone's collective energy to be a part of this. Isha, Ladina, either one of y'all want to say something?
No, I'm
Can you hear me now?
fine.
Yeah, I can hear
Good.
you.
Support and
No,
enjoy.
Islam. Oh
Okay,
no,
good.
she on it. Yeah, I'm over here just listening, making juices, and I'm listening. She on it. So
Making
I ain't
juices,
not gonna
yes.
say too
And
much.
that's another thing I will say to you guys, when we do go to these mounds or these sacred sites, always take something to offer back, offer to Mother Earth,
Yeah.
because we are always taking, let me have, I need, and we're not giving back into her. So whether it's taking a piece of fruit, whether you're pouring
Mhm.
out libations to your ancestors,
Yeah.
like all of this is important. Or we just got our hands in the dirt, like speaking to it, and as we're mixing the dirt around or moving it around, like speak some affirmation over it, just like your water. Water holds memory at all
Yeah.
times. So that water and salt, keeping those things next to you to wipe off negative energy, like whatever we need to do, like this is very important. But it's gonna help the
Indeed.
generations to come, y'all. This is really what's, because we're Generation X. Well, me and Sister Shonda are.
Right.
Generation X, Isha, I
But
don't
see,
think you
after us is Z though. So Z is really the end, but Z is
But
really
we have to change it for Z. Like X is an important factor here. That's why you have Malcolm X. That's why Twitter turned to X. That's why that last eclipse had an X, telling you how it made the X. Everything in
Kendrick
this X,
Lamar on
because
the Super Bowl X, you
the
know?
X is calling us, it's calling Generation X to get, because we got to be the one to fix it.
Hmm.
We got to be the one to bring this energy in.
Look,
Period.
X chromosome. Like,
Yep. Come on, X. XX still says, goes
Jab.
back to us as source of woman.
Hmm. Yes, yes, yes. And it's all like our ancestors didn't used to just do this like for no reason. Like they knew the purpose in these things. Like I'm gonna collect water and I'm gonna pray over my water. And then when I go to the mound, I'm pouring my water out. That's me. That's my source. That's my prayer. That's my energy, and that's my offering. Like you say, we take, and we don't give back to Mother Earth, individually or collectively. Um, Now, of course, self-sufficient and people that garden, y'all's constantly in the earth. But
Yeah.
most of us in society we ain't paying Mother Earth no attention. Like, just even grounding. Like, we don't even want our feet to touch the grass. Like, it's a cringe for this new. And they call this generation, which is scary. The generation now that's doing this teen takeover, they're technically Generation Alpha. That's like
Mm.
the beginning of something. Like, we can't let this keep going this way. That's scary. Like, so because they a whole crash out generation. That's all they do is crash out and have mental health breakdowns. And it's not to be insensitive, because it's real for them. But we the mothers that have to reel that back in and correct that and get them back grounded in principle structure. And that's ritual ceremony. Like discipline is basically ritual. And so like me and you was talking about earlier, Sister Tay, some of the stuff our grandmothers used to do with cleaning. Whole time we think we spring clean, and whole time we ushering energy out the house.
Yep, she getting all rid of all them spirits in the corner. Talking about get over
Mhm.
there in the corner, sweep out, get this. You don't even realize that's what they were doing. Even through their
Mhm.
humming through the kitchen, they were calling out that humming. Grandma in there, they just be humming away. That
Mhm.
humming was energy being sent back out to the universe. We might have thought
Mhm.
she just humming, what she doing, but our grandparents literally knew. They knew they were still practicing these rituals. We don't look at them as such because they were hiding their original self from society that came over here and put religion on us. So they were hiding. They were like, we got to do this in secret. Let's burn the candle in the closet. Let's hang the
Yeah.
pork. We don't eat pork, but we'll put it out there so they think we do. Like, so these are the things our grandparents held on to our stuff. They really did. We just thought that maybe some was up. Well, why is she always home? We always at church. They're constantly trying to keep the spirit in us so we don't lose that spirit. Once our generations came up, we stopped taking our children to church for real.
Yeah.
We go when we feel like it.
We
So it
clean when
wasn't.
we want to clean. We clean when we feel like it. Ain't we use all these chemicals. Ain't no floor washers no more. We don't open windows and let fresh air come in. Let all these spirits sit in our house and build this
Yeah,
stagnant, nasty energy. Because we'd rather have air conditioning cycle 24/7, cycling nasty, toxic, non HVAC cleaning ass houses. We got like just cycling filth through the air. And you got sisters now burning sage and they don't even open windows or doors to let the energy
they
really
don't.
move and alchemize. So we got to get back to the intent of it all. And it's beautiful to have this awakening because like you said, many sisters got it. Um, it's reflecting, even in the toxic music, I hear them, yeah, it's a cringe. But they calling out, the big mama energy and the woman energy, but it just went so far left that now I got to get right because that's Shakti at its lowest manifestation. So we got to be the Mahdias and the big minds now that get everybody back in line, and then that'll get Paul back where he's supposed to be, where he'll come through with the discipline when necessary. But we are the voice, literally, like. And when I say that, that's why I use the word chant more than prayer, because we really need to leave a bastardized language alone when we talking to the creator. Like we need to hum. We need to just belt out from the womb. We need to sing. We need to make utterances and sounds like because these words are anchored to so many different things that we don't know what we carry in our life when we really just trying to say help me. But who knows what the hell help really means? We don't know. So we need to get back to the root of just like the elements. So that's why the elements so deeply that we just making utterances from our soul. However that plays out. And that's why it's like Sister Tay said, take something with you as an offering because the brain and the heart and the body systems understand symbols. It really doesn't understand language the way that we believe we understand language. Those systems operate off of symbols. So when we're giving, that's symbolic to the universe. It's symbolic to Mother Earth. When we're singing in utterances is symbolic more so. It removes the vanity, I think. It removes the arrogance. It removes the man-made constructs. So we talking about pure, like elementary, ancestral type practices when we doing these things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Facts. Yes. 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 Very important. And I know you had spoke on something earlier because I'll say this first because I do want to go back to these team takeovers too.
Mhm.
But you spoke on something earlier about us creating, like you were saying, praying over the water. Create your
Mhm.
own holy water. I seen a
Yeah.
sister the other day just showing you how to make Florida water.
Come
So
on.
creating those things in those spaces um is good. So create you some holy water to take with you that you could just if you gotta sprinkle it around. But you
Holy
do your
oil.
education. Huh? What'd you say?
I said even holy oil, get olive oil, a natural, real, pure, unrefined oil, and even
Yeah.
pray over that. And we sitting up here in church letting them. I never did that. Well, I did once, but that I'm anointing your head with oil stuff. We don't know what was in the spirit of them people putting that oil on
When
our
they're
dang on
taking
head.
you, yeah, for real. You don't know. That's why it's important you do your own. Like your stones, keep those
Oh
stones
yes,
on you, keep them close to you. Cause it is, I learned that from one of my sisters in church too, Sister Sheena. Every time somebody would come to pray over me, she'd tell me, stop letting people touch you. You see, I don't let nobody pray over me. And I did because she was like, you don't know what they're saying. You don't know what they're putting on you. They putting their energy, whatever they going through, they praying over you, and that same thing they going through in their mind is transferring straight
come
into
on,
you. It's
come on.
transferring into you. So we know
They
I don't
sitting up
need to
there.
pray for me. You don't need to pray for me. I'm
Mm,
good. we can join together and have some affirmations, but you gotta be, it's just we gotta be more careful of that because even through that, what have they been praying on us as we look at our
mm,
children? We said these teen takeovers. They're taking out how are 13 now these are two 13-year-old girls that happen on different timings, but a 13-year-old gets jumped coming off a bus and she's unalive. Just what
Uh,
was this the other day in Cleveland
yeah,
in
Cincinnati.
Ohio? A 13-year-old gets jumped. First of all, why is she 13 out here in the crowd of these people like this at 13?
Come on now. By herself, obviously, because I don't
No.
see nobody fighting with her on the video. So she was by herself by, well, whatever means. Even if she was with somebody, she was by herself. So she left out
Yeah,
unprotected.
yeah, yeah. So with those, and we seeing how they're doing so much. Like you said, this is that alpha energy. But we gonna
Mhm.
have to X that out because y'all cannot,
Come
y'all are
on.
putting yourselves in harm's way. We gotta X that thing out for real.
Let's sleep.
Because our children are being put in insane asylums. Now they're putting them in insane asylums. Believe me,
Just
I
don't
know
went from just
personally.
regular jail to now they're being labeled. And even the ones that ain't quite made it to the insane asylum, they're still in prison being diagnosed and medicated
As
as
crazy.
so. As so, and I know this factually. Like this isn't a just a magical thought, mystical thought. Like
Exactly.
I know people in my own family that this is happening to, my own child
My
that
own
has
child.
experienced it. So yeah,
You
this is
know,
what they're pumping out there, and we know ain't nothing wrong except for them. The system is the problem. That's the problem. Like, give us our babies back. Some of them are so gone, we won't get them back, and
get
that's
them back.
something we gonna have to deal with.
That's right.
Um, but some of them are gonna spontaneously have this awakening the same way that we did.
Yeah.
Um, and that's gonna be birthed through us, though. They have to see us do something like we got to do something that's never been done before.
And they need to
Because
see
what?
it because as we were watching Sister Latanya the other night on Dr. Kia, and she was talking about this generation of children, she said they telling the parents how they feel about them. She said if you look around, most of them have broken relationships. They ain't holding back what is bothering them. Now we might not see it from the space that it bothers them, but even like with my son, not seeing it the space from where it bothered him, and me just going on with life, not realizing it until this comes up. You know what I'm saying? But we have to even when we're being reprimanded by our children, we have to sometimes sit in that to see where we've made the mistake. Like accountability is everything for us, right? And we got to learn to be more accountable. Yeah, my feelings was hurt like heck when I heard them people say that to me. But I know that's not me. But then I'm still looking at what affected my son. I ain't necessarily even, I'm like, dang, did I affect him like that? You know, did I really? And for
Mm,
each one, it's different. Each one of my children are going to tell you something different.
same for me.
So I
Hmm.
just think they have their way of, okay, this is how I dealt with it, but this is how this affected me. And each one is going to be affected differently. I had to come to that conclusion, and be accountable for myself. Well, and like you said, being the example, they got to see us doing something that's never been done. Because when they read in the history books, if whatever history books they may come up with, your name should be in it. Your children's children should be able to say, dang, grandma wasn't playing. She did that thing, did she?
And
Like
come on, bro.
somewhere it needs to be said because they're burning up all the history books. Look at the courthouse got burned down in Georgia. They're burning up stuff so you can forget. We have to leave. This is why, even to me, I know everybody don't like social media and all that. This is a record. This is kept in a cloud. Do you know your greatest great grandchildren will be able to come back and see this because they'll be so advanced they'll be able to come back and pull from them records.
Yeah,
Hey, you remember she said, and you remember they did.
come on.
This is
Yeah,
what we will come back to. This is
come
what
on
we'll
now.
come.
Like this is how they immortalize you. Like, come on now. This is exactly we're already. And people be like, "Oh, AI is gonna get AI got you. AI got you. I'm
Oh,
not worried about AI looking at me. AI got dozens of avatars of you. Dozens. Trust me. I've gotten paid to look at them. Like literally, and I'm no
yeah,
cap.
we
Like
did.
it's what I do. Like, so yes. And our children are in a digital world already. So I can only imagine how advanced they'll be in 10, 20 daggone years. Like they'll be touching stuff in the air that ain't even there, like just pulling up. What was grandma doing May 28th, 1990? Well, not 97, but whatever year, 2007.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be that advanced for them. And unfortunately, if we don't do something, they won't even be here for that future.
Yep. That's real.
A lot of them, they're just self-destructing because that's what the system has.
Wants them to
Why
do.
they
That's what
trick
they
you
set
or
it up
not.
to do. Mhm.
Mhm.
And that's why I say at this point, when you're looking at things too, if we're not careful and if we don't do what we need to do as the women,
Mhm.
then we will watch the next generations literally be in slave chains.
Sheesh. And who knows what they about to come up with for this next generation. You see them enacting all these laws where now they can unalive people again. And yeah, that's right now it's for the most brutal crimes, which I commend that. But how long for these children who are being just complete anarchists be subjected to the same type of new laws that we have? Because this anarchy and this evil really cannot go. I understand the righteous indignation they have, but the reality is they can't go into this new paradigm with this energy.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, it's and it's crazy because as I was reading, remember I was telling you about Antoine Wood,
Hmm.
the little Caucasian boy here in Colorado. You know, his name made me think he was a little brother. But when I dug into it, this little Caucasian boy that was 11.
And you sent me the link, and I forgot to look at it, but we were talking about that, and wow,
And he was
wow.
11. And they said, even at the time that he did the crime, so he was 11 at the time that he took the man out. He was leading him somewhere to go look at something. And he seen his watch and something. Was it his watch or his wallet or something? Well, anyway, he had his musket, his little, you know, because little children carried they straps even back then. We
Hmm.
talking 1800s. This when this
Hmm.
little boy popped up.
Wow.
1800s. He took that man out. They said when they sentenced him, this is why he went to the place where my baby is. He said, "Oh, I don't feel bad and I'll do it again because I ain't never had nothing that nice." They was like, he was 12. This is what he turned when they
Wow.
sentenced him. Now he's 12. But for him to have, he said it when he first got in trouble. I ain't never
Mhm.
had nothing that nice. That's why I did it. Then sis, this little boy, after they sentenced him, they come back and say, hold on one second. They come back and say, after they sentence him, dang, what is going on? Why won't say? After they sentenced this little boy,
Mhm.
they asked him if he felt bad. He said the same thing again. They said he never changed. He literally was like, nah, I'll do it again because I ain't never had nothing that nice. He's 11.
Wow.
We just had an 11-year-old boy here take out his 5-year-old sibling. It's just like,
So what do you
what is it?
think? Like, because it's like we assume babies come in here innocent when it's really absolute intelligence coming in here. We tamper with it and program it and open up portals and gateways along the way that allow these little things to become the manipulators they are, that eventually become adults. But when you hear a 12-year-old say that, like, wow, where did he come from? Is
Mm.
what.
Yes.
But we got to look around at society now, and it's our children that are out there acting this crazy. Maybe not necessarily ours who are here, today, but it's the children. And then statistics right now is childbirth is higher in women in their 40s than it is in women in their 20s.
Yeah, more
So
older
they're
women having
literally,
children.
hmm like they're disappearing themselves.
They are. They really
They're
are.
not having children. They're not procreating barely at all, and then they're living high risk lives.
Very high risk. Very
Mm-hmm.
high. Like I was speaking to someone, they said a lot of these young girls, they're just having babies. They're not thinking about a father to a child. They're just because society has like pop my thing and come get it, and that's it. Like
Yeah.
nothing is about, when we were growing up, we had Isley Brothers. We had things that our parents still listened to that I think our generation was still in love. We still knew what
Yes.
love. I'm
Yes.
still in love with you, whether it's can you stand the rain, whatever it was we was going through, we still had that. We was coming from them 70s children. So we coming out of that love vibration when that's all they was doing was smoking weed, having sex, having babies, just happy, everybody in love, And when it seems like when the music started changing, that's
Mm.
when the energy we start bringing in started changing. No
It
matter if we was
is.
in love with old boy or not. You know what I'm saying? The music bumping now all of a sudden, this is what our children, because this is the first school, the womb is. So we realizing that what we listening to has really affected them even from the womb. Yeah, it
Well,
sounds good to us. We was doing all that. You know what I'm saying? But the womb, our children were hearing these things. They were feeling these things. They were feeling our void. They were feeling everything we were going through. Everything we were going through, they were feeling it. Hey, Al, welcome, welcome, welcome. I think she in
Hi
Cleveland or
guys.
Ohio too, wherever that lady is. But we we didn't. I think that music really affected our children within
it
us.
is.
Because I
Hmm.
think about what I was listening to, whether it was without no Vaseline or what. I'm
Right.
still hearing this while they're in my womb. So what am
All
I
anarchs,
expecting to come out?
all rebels. And then as women, even before the egg is fertilized, it's already inside of us. So if we acting a fool, in our teens, even before the baby get there, we already done begun the program. And that's why it always starts with us. We have to take ourselves back. We got to get ourselves back. And it ain't even a divide no more. Like the evil has fallen. It's just that we ain't loud enough.
Yes, that's what it is. We're too
Personally,
docile.
say.
We're too quiet. Don't
Mhm.
want to speak. But when we look at the energy of those that came before us, if we look at Queen Khalifa, Queen Neith, Queen Njinga, the Sibyls, if we go back and look at these are all women, number one. Women strategized wars, women ran militaries, women did all they the ones that made it happen. The brothers wasn't the one to come in and know how to fight. We taught them how to fight.
Come on. We taught them how. We was the reason why. Like they didn't have nothing to protect if it wasn't for us. So yeah.
So that's where it comes from. So we play a major role in this paradigm of as mothers,
He got
as
some good
sisters.
donuts.
Every
Man,
child belongs to us, y'all.
that
There's
chocolate.
no such thing that no child.
I'm going to go get some
Oh,
more.
mute your mic.
I mean, probably like in the morning, but don't.
How you
I
mean?
just
Wait,
heard.
hold on. Wait. Yeah, mute your mic. Ebony, mute your mic.
I'm here. I'm at work. I'm
Oh,
listening though.
okay.
No, you're fine.
Mute your mic now.
Oh, I'm so
Okay.
sorry, guys.
No, that's okay.
I'm
You
learning.
good.
I'm learning
Okay,
this.
go
I'm
ahead.
so sorry. Hold on. I'm muting it now. Sorry, guys.
No, you good, boo. You good. But what I was saying, Sister Shonda, as far
Mm.
as what was I saying? I just lost my thought. I think. Mm.
The children and the ancestors, the women before us were loud, Queen and Zinga.
Oh yeah, they did so much strategizing of wars, and we were the ones that were able to teach them how to do these things. It
Mm-hmm.
all came from us. So We have to learn to be that. They even had I can't remember who the leader was, but his samurais were all women. The
And yeah,
people
and
that
because and
protected him
like
was all women.
come on now. All of us ain't always just been at home being perfect little housewives. And I'm not knocking that. That's a beautiful thing to be. It was times in my life I wanted to be that, but this patriarchal society has us believing that this is just the dominant role that all women have played. And we were never this submissive woman that has been created where we just watch things happen. We shifted the atmosphere with full authority. And our children, it's sad to see, but again, it's, the pipeline of fault runs so deep, but the start on the surface is us. It's us. It ain't even the
Yeah.
fathers the way we want to blame it on the fathers. It's us because we participated willingly in spite of the seed that we were supposed to be caring for, nurturing, and choosing selectively who we allowed to fertilize that seed, or plant the seed, granted, whatever a person's belief system is. But nevertheless, as a man and a woman, we come together. But heck, we was feeling good. Now we were still in love, like you said. But what was that love built on?
Lust.
hmm What we
I
call
think our
trauma
love is
now.
born out of lust.
It
Huh?
was. I said, or what we label as trauma now, like, oh, I just want to be loved in emotion, not really truly selecting a man that is capable of being the protector and provider that we created him. We create these men. We
Yes, we
created
do.
him
Yes, we
to
do. Yes,
protect and provide, and to be a companion. But then we're not raising that and we're not choosing that. So it
you're
starts
right.
with,
Yes, because even when she was speaking the other night, Sister Latanya, and she was like, well, most women don't let them be men. We are, what she say? If you look at nature, women are the hunters and the gatherers. They really are. But we trying to put something on a brother that he really wasn't made to do.
come on now. And we don't like it, but that's the truth.
He wasn't made to do that. But you look at grandma, you look at anybody back in, she was outside foraging for the food. She was the gardener, the farmer. She was the one holding the house together. Grandpa and them, granddaddy just went out to get the bacon.
Come on. And he
But
brought the money
everything
home to
else,
her.
yeah, everything else grandma was doing. Even when people say, but he was cheating on grandma, he had a family down the street. Grandma, like, let me tell you something. As long as this house is getting taken care of, he can have whatever he want down the street. Let him have it.
He didn't even
But you
know.
better make sure
But
this
that
way.
check, come on. And
Going
we
to the
weren't
main
willing to
house.
destroy. Come on. Come on now. And and no, that don't mean they was just passively being okay. Men behaved differently back then because we were different. We
Mhm.
ran everything. A man ain't gonna go and see now we ain't in control and now we on welfare and we doing all this other
Real
shit.
shit.
But a man's whole livelihood relied on his wife. So yeah, he might have tipped out sometimes. He might have even had another family, but like Sister Tay just said, he wasn't messing up that nest because we are the source of all. They never get off this umbilical cord. They jump off mama's umbilical cord to get on yours.
That's
And
it.
so yeah.
That is so true. Because I just
I
think
have
back
to
on
agree.
my relationships. What you say?
But I do
What
have
you
to
say?
agree.
You have to agree. Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah. Go
yes.
ahead.
I
Go
was just
ahead.
saying, I have to agree with you guys. Just listening, I only
Mhm.
have a brief moment, but I was going to say that unfortunately, I kind of see where the black man had to rely on the streets. So then the streets started to teach them, and unfortunately, that's where they were actually brainwashed. So the old way of being brought up, like for my grandparents, that was where it was kind of cut off. And then when the streets started raising our young men, then the young men started to think that what our grandparents was doing was being a simp or something, like taking care of a woman, bringing the check home and all that, to where that's really where it started from. That's the foundation. How
Hmm.
can you expect to have a good life if you're not building the correct foundation? So I do believe what both of you guys were mentioning, as far as the black man being misled. And so unfortunately, we have not been able to have that structure in our homes because of the lack of leadership that we have been able to support and give to our black men. Yes,
Hmm.
there are a lot of good women out here. Us three right here talking, we're
Hmm.
good
Yeah,
women.
definitely.
But
Absolutely.
because the black men that we are known, and unfortunately, Latae knowing me and me knowing Latae, I would say me more so, I chose to be with the wrong men. So unfortunately, the ones that I chose back then, what I was expecting to have the picket fence, be the woman at the house, no, that was not that, because of the type of man that I chose back then. So it's like once you get older and you get more wisdom, then you realize, man, I made those wrong choices in life. It's never too late to correct, but you got your kids, you got your kids, you can't
Hmm.
Yeah, we
can't
can't
take
get
them
in there.
back.
Exactly.
Right.
But we love them, but we just correct ourselves for the better of us in our next chapters of our lives, stating.
Mhm.
So I'm done. I'm sorry.
I
Oh,
know. We
thank
want you to
you.
speak.
Thank you.
We need this energy. We need it. It's not.
Yeah.
We have to be more boisterous in the way we feel because we're holding stagnant energy, and that's why women walk around so pissed off with each other because
Yeah,
Hmm.
you hold on to shit. You ain't let it go to say, "Look, yeah, I might have messed up." Because I know I probably chose some crazy. Everybody I got a child with is crazy. I only got two
Come
babies.
on now.
And they
Ain't
both
a good
crazy.
choice in
Or
sight
out of
20
their
years
minds.
ago.
So I was like, was I out of my mind? Because they both
Yes.
out of
Come on
but
now.
then they're bringing in. Then my question is, I had to ask myself this: What's how you was having these children? Do you realize what you was bringing in? No, just because it felt good, just because it was some good stuff, just because you had these babies. Did you realize what energy you was bringing up in here, though? Was you really paying attention to how these people move? You didn't
yeah.
realize your children was gonna be just as crazy as their daddy, and you already crazy. So you just added to the and not understanding. But I don't say we chose wrong. I'm not gonna say that because we have the children we have for a reason. We didn't
Oh,
choose
yeah.
wrong. We didn't. We didn't. We have children by some amazing brothers. Believe that.
Oh
It
yeah.
might
Hmm.
not look that way to us in our
Right.
what we
But
think is
it's
supposed to be,
desperate. Yeah.
but
It's desperate.
they're who. Yes, that's who we were supposed to bring. We
Oh
were.
yeah.
Now whether they gonna be great at who they are, whether they gonna mess up, whether they gonna these are things that they choose to do by themselves. We don't choose this
That's
for
right.
our children. Because
That's
once
right.
we taught you right from wrong, usually you done got in trouble as a teenager or as an adult.
Hmm.
We're done. So, I would say I want to say that for us women, we didn't choose wrong. We didn't.
We didn't choose
We
wrong,
didn't.
but I think now that we look back, a lot of the men that we have had dealt with in our past, be it we had children with them or just past relationships, they now are being able to look back because now they're older and the things that they may have went through, they regret probably certain things that they've done with certain women. And us three probably are or have ran into our exes, and they probably even mentioned that they're sad, or not sad, but they regret, let's say, the
Yeah.
way that they conducted their relationship with us, and wish that they could have done it better because they see us as the type of women that they wish that they can be with now.
Right. Yeah. Ain't that
So,
crazy? First.
and now they don't even realize that with how we are now is because of what they put us through is what made us be who we are now.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Ain't that? And that's how you know Earth is a school. That's how you know Earth is a school. It's a place to
Yes.
learn how to be. And
Yeah.
sometimes that comes with very low expressions of self.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's going to come with very high expressions. And I just hope over the incarnations that those expressions just get higher and higher because I'm over this one. Because,
I promise you, me too. That's why I'm like, I'm not gonna feel guilty. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not, because I was in love with both my baby daddies. So
uh-huh,
I was in
exactly.
love with them. I'm not saying, so I can't say that I necessarily because I was in love with them. I can say maybe it
Hmm.
was wrong now. Maybe I did choose correctly. Maybe I should have been more careful. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
But to not have children with them, I wouldn't have who I got. So
yeah,
Right,
in reality, I don't
right.
feel like I chose wrong because I love my children regardless if they fuck with me or not. Excuse my
yeah,
language, but
yeah.
I still love them.
That was who we were supposed to have children by. But that doesn't mean that
Exactly.
that's who we were supposed to be with for the rest
Be
of our
with.
lives. We
Right.
all come in into someone's lives, be it in a relationship or business, and either you're going to teach them or you're going to learn something. So either you're giving or you're taking, and not meaning in deliberately, but you're learning something from someone or being able to teach someone something. So we always, every day, we're waking up to try to learn something different so we can be able to be better individuals every day. That's what I look at.
I love it. Thank you. Come on. This is what we be needing. And I'm like, I know the people that I love and have, like, I've been in Ebony's, we've been in each other's life since we were little. Me and
Yes.
Ladina too. Isha, we just like 7 years ago. But it's the fact, me and Sister Shonda. I know the people around me that are about this life. It's just Sister Shonda. These ones, I gotta pull it out of them. See, you and Sister Isha already got it. This one,
Uh-huh.
Nina, Jay,
Hmm.
the other ones I'm calling to the forefront. I gotta
Hmm.
pull it. I gotta be like, hey, come here. We gotta talk about this because y'all strong. And I'm telling you, that one right there, a hustler. You see, she at work right now.
Right. So we at home on
Others,
Saturday. She getting a coin.
yeah, getting it. I'm just like they're so intelligent. Like every woman I know is so
I
super
love you.
intelligent, so boss in her stuff that it's like we shut ourselves down. We be making ourselves this small in a room when we're this big.
Now look
Literally.
though. Let me ask
But
y'all a
that's what,
question real quick though.
okay.
I
Uh-huh.
want to challenge something. These children we have.
Mm-hmm.
When you look back at some of our cultures, indigenous cultures, I think society, and this is my thought, society has tricked us into scorning ourselves into not being with one man for our lives. You know what I mean? Who's to say that because women had this is not new, women having children by one man and then marrying another. So
Right.
to say, like our children were absolutely supposed to be here and we weren't supposed to be with them forever. And I do an error, which I did find a father figure to come in. But I don't think that this one and done thing was ever as broadly done as society now pushes
No,
it.
I don't think so either. Because I think
Mm-hmm.
even some of us just came to have children to replenish the earth.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone doesn't. I was learning that when I was studying a lot of magic. Every woman doesn't come
Mhm.
to be a mommy.
A mother.
Like
Right.
I know I
Exactly.
am because I'm Yimmy y'all. So if an Oshun
Right.
comes, Oshun ain't. She just meant to have babies and drop them off.
Hmm.
Oshun like I got work to
Exactly.
do, baby. I got
Hmm.
things to do. I'm about to go burn up this earth. But Yimmy
Exactly.
y'all, mama, can you handle this? So I
Well, it's
Hmm.
about
know that
reproducing.
yes, because that's what it's about. It ain't always about, oh, she's supposed to be this statue of a
Exactly.
mother.
Yeah.
No, that's not how the energy works.
It
Oh, she
doesn't.
gotta go out and tear shit up. Yimmy, y'all,
And
So
like I
sometimes these
um,
fathers is gonna end up with the children they created.
and
thank
it's so
you.
crazy that you guys are saying all of this is because like, okay, um, now are we, and please forgive me, you're Isha?
No, that's Shonda, Sister Shonda.
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 Okay, I'm
Isha
seeing
ain't
Sister
on there
Shonda.
no more.
Okay, so giving you just a little bit of just real quick, not going in too fast or too long.
Hmm.
But what the topic you guys are speaking of, I felt like that because when I lost my parents or whatever, and then I ended up losing my two youngest children. I was hurt and I was angry for a long time. But then when God came to me, he says, Ebony, those are still your children. You had them by birth. But
Hmm.
remember, your auntie ain't had no children. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm allowing for you to loan your last two children to her so then she'll know how motherhood is. She's always
Mm.
wanted to be a mother.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, as far
Ooh,
as being reproducing and everything else, is that he chose me, unfortunately, due to the situation. It may not look good on surface. That's what I had to
Listen.
learn. But
Mm-hmm.
he chose me to be that mother for my two children, but for me to loan my children to them. Because God said, remember, they're your children by birth, but they still my children at the end of the day.
Mm.
Exactly.
Ooh, mm,
Ooh, that's
Exactly.
strong, Kim. That's
Yes,
strong.
it
That's
is.
strong, baby. That's real shit right there, though. That's real.
It is.
So
yeah,
we gotta see
And we
that and don't
gotta
look at ourselves and beat ourselves up about none of that. Because
none
hmm,
of it.
God gifted you to say, hey, we're gonna use your womb to let Auntie feel what it's like to be a mommy. They
yeah,
still a part of your family,
Yeah.
they still in your family, they ain't went nowhere. But at least
yeah,
look at the gift you gave. That's a gift you
mm,
gave.
yeah.
It's nothing that was
They
taken
and
from you.
yeah.
That was a gift.
That's why I had to
And
go
you
ahead and
did,
release
Joe.
it.
You nurtured them. You got them
Yeah,
here. Like this is
yeah.
slavery thought where we're supposed to be attached to these children like this. These ain't our children. These children belong
Mm-hmm,
to Allah first.
mm-hmm.
And then they belong to the community that is the
Yeah,
village that's responsible for raising them. It ain't been this
that's
much
right.
single mothering in the history of the freaking planet.
Amen.
And that's why we're
Amen.
stressed and sick and overwhelmed and suicidal and raising broken kids.
Yeah.
Like,
Amen.
yeah, like that.
Amen.
No, no, no. I don't fault my mom for nothing she did. Now I do
Yeah.
wish she had a been more active if I could be, honest in some of the choices that she made. But her leaving
Mm-hmm.
me with my daddy, where is the wrong there? There's no
Mm,
wrong there.
That's
mm-hmm.
right. That's
She
right.
she made the right choice, and that's where I feel like even in my life with my daughter Nia. It
Mm,
was a situation where it was at that time when that took place, it was the best choice for my daughter to make sure she was raised correctly
yeah.
in the right home and knowing that she had a loving father was going to love her unconditional. So,
And
with that even said,
I
I
gotta
don't
give my
even
brother, I gotta give my brother his props too. I
all
don't
the
mean to
way,
interrupt, but I gotta give
all
my
the
brother
way.
his props. He
He
Mhm.
raised
raised
them
an
kids.
amazing woman. She might act
Mm,
like my brother, but that's his fault.
mm, mm,
But
mm.
he raised her so great. It was like
Yeah.
to see a father and daughter relationship. That's a
Mm.
model for people out here in the world that don't know what
Literally.
that is.
Literally. And still
He
to this
raised
day, he's being able to display that with her. And it seems like out of all the children that he has, that's the one that he does the most with. And that's
Mhm.
because of the connection I believe that him and I had also that, kind of has that. Even though him and I are not together and haven't been together for many years, I'm saying as far as the blessing that came out of it, and that was as far as him being able to take Nia and nurture her as a young lady and bring her to a grown woman, and knowing that mom really didn't have no play in that. Mom was just there. I ain't gonna lie, I was just there. So I know for a fact that God's gonna allow for a platform, even this platform here. He begins it in a small setting. So then when you're ready for that major stage, you're gonna know
Mhm.
exactly what to say. And I'm gonna be
like.
standing right there with y'all too. And we all gonna be able
Hey,
to tell our story.
Come
yes,
on.
yes. We are,
Yeah.
but it's beautiful because this is where healing starts. When we can
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfold and be accountable like this is where healing starts for all of us
Absolutely.
as women. Because when we heal, we then heal our children. We
children.
heal
That's
for
Absolutely.
right.
the 10 generations that came before us and 10
Amen.
generations that will come after us. But if we
Mhm.
Amen.
don't do the work on ourselves,
That's right.
and this is work right here. This is being
That's right.
authentic. It's being open. Who's
Hmm.
hiding with nothing?
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
We're
literally.
we're showing. You have to. Women have to stop being like, oh, I'm gonna dress it up, and I don't
Yeah,
act like that. Bull crap. I
yeah.
cuss. I'm a Muslim. Yes, I am. But baby, I will cuss you out
I know.
in the
That's
Oh,
right.
bedroom.
now.
Say I was a woman first before I became a Christian.
In
Oh,
the
now.
right,
Yeah.
right. That part. So don't ever think I don't have my lower energy, but I also have learned how to not allow it to go too far away from me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
And that lower
I
energy is necessary. It's
Right.
protecting when you got it in its right place.
That's right. That's right. I'm learning, y'all, and I believe and I appreciate this. You know, I said I'm at work and in Montana. It's a little chilly, but it's a nice day out this evening. Just thank the Lord for just being able to see the beauty above it. You know, seeing
Yeah.
how He just create everything, just even down to the bugs. You know,
Yes.
everything is reproduced. Everything is reproducing. You know, from the trees, anything that is living is reproducing. And we were talking
Mhm.
about as far as going like to Yellowstone Park because we're like an hour and a half away from it. And my customers just
Mm.
pulled in, guys, but I'm gonna just leave it with this.
Okay.
I want us to get together, and
Yeah.
I would love for us, even if you guys would love to come out here and come travel, let's do this. Because then we can be able to not only minister, make money, travel and see the world and do what we need to do. I'm going to call you later, Tay, so we can talk.
Okay.
Sister Shonda, it was a pleasure meeting you and
Yes.
talking to you. I
Yes.
really, y'all just fed me and I feel even more because I ain't gonna lie, feeling a little down. But since speaking on the phone with y'all, it made me feel much better. So I
Thank
hope we
Good.
you.
can be able to have this again so I
Yes.
can
Yes.
be involved.
Yes.
Nice
Yes.
meeting you.
Yes.
It's a pleasure. I look
Yes,
forward to
Love
talking
ma'am.
you.
again.
Yes. God bless you guys. And I'm
Love
proud of you,
you.
Tay.
I'm proud of you too. I'll
Yes.
talk to you soon. Call me later.
I will. God bless you guys.
God bless you too.
Bye bye.
Peace.
That was great.
Sister Shonda, let's
Yes.
go. This thing is
Uh-huh.
about to go, boo.
Yeah. Heck, we need to go live a couple more times this week and just keep
Okay.
talking. And um, I love it. That was a great little moment we had right there. Because, like you
Yes.
said, that was real, that was authentic, and that is healing. That's what we need
Yes.
because we've been apologetic for so much stuff that we shouldn't have been doing in the first place.
In the first place.
Hmm.
Islam. Islam. This
These
has
ain't our
been
babies.
great.
Who
And we
told
did
us
it
that?
in an hour. This is
Hmm.
great. This is great.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to do something later. You want to do an
Yeah.
evening one just to kind of
Yeah.
grab
We
some
can come
more
back
for the
this
evening.
evening.
Okay. Send me
Okay.
your flyer because I want to start posting that because that's for real. I love that.
Okay.
Women
Definitely
are
real.
what war mean?
Women are ready.
Women are
Yeah.
ready. We are
Now the
ready.
brother said
Women
it's
are
a
ready.
sister that has a movement that she started using that statement. And so I did
Okay.
want to try to look at that and see who she was and how that moves and such. But yeah, I love the statement though. War, women are ready
I love
because
it.
that's true. We are.
Yes. We're ready.
We
We're
definitely are.
ready, sis. We're ready. So let's link up in a few hours, see how you're feeling in a few hours. Maybe we'll do
Okay.
like 7, something
Yep,
like that. Is
that's
that
good
cool?
for me. That's
Okay,
good for
thank
me
you,
too.
beautiful. Your energy, I love it. Thank you for bringing the knowledge.
Yeah. Thank
Thank you for
you.
opening up the portal so that they can really get into this. You're
Hmm.
so
Peace and love.
important, so needed. I so much love you, sis, and I will be talking to you in a
Love
minute.
you too. Love you
All right,
so much,
peace
sis.
and
Talk to you
love.
soon.